Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Tuesday Waiver Wire live stream. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia. With me, of course, is D-Bro, Derek Brown, the King of Bros. We are fired up today. It's week 5. I know that Derek Brown was not too happy with all the Daniel Jones that he saw last night. It was ugly for the Giants. If only a good friend of his told him the stats of what Daniel Jones was with and without Saquon Barkley. If only he had a good, handsome, bald friend to tell him to face Daniel Jones.
Barkley's not the reason he sucked.
Barkley is the reason he's not good.
No.
That was your moment of zen. If you've got questions, we've got answers. Drop them here in the chat. We are live every single Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you click the bell on the YouTube channel and ring that bad boy, so you know every time a piece of content drops, and so you don't miss the live shows, because we like interacting with you guys, taking your questions, figuring out how to help your fantasy teams, how to help your life decisions, all of the above. And of course, it's waiver wire, so you know what that means. It's time for the sleeper waiver wire pickup of the week, and that, of course, is our good pal, Jaleel McLaughlin. He is filling in for Jameson Williams, at least temporarily. 7 carries for 72, 3 catches. Had a TD, 17.9 fantasy points. How you doing, Jaleel? It's nice to see another Jaleel. There's not enough Jaleels in the world. Just going to put that out there. It's a great name. So Jaleel McLaughlin, I almost called him Jaleel McLaughlin, which is a whole other thing. Sounds like a Simpsons character. But Jaleel McLaughlin, our sleeper waiver wire pickup of the week. Also, we mentioned on the show, in case you missed it, you can go back and watch on the waiver wire full podcast with myself and Derek and Pat Fitzmaurice. We talked extensively about Quentin Johnson. We talked extensively about Jameson Williams. So, D-Bro, the big question is, how much do you spend on Jaleel? If you are somebody like me in a couple leagues where you really need some running back help, how far do you want to go into that fab budget to get him?
I think the starting bids would be at 10 to 12%. And I think you can go more aggressive from there. So 15, 17, maybe 20%. And we talked about this on the show, Joe, and the more that I thought about it, I'm just like, this could be one of the last impact running back ads that we could get this year. I mean, maybe injuries happen and we get a few more as the season rolls along. But looking at McLaughlin's, and I'm surprised you haven't made any kind of Sarah McLaughlin reference. That I've been waiting for that, but you haven't gone there yet. So anyway, more to come. But
it's funny. You think I would have made that connection early on?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I was stuck on Family Matters the whole time with the Jaleel, so I never got to the McLaughlin because I was just so excited about the Jaleel. That's a hell of a point, Derek.
Oh,
I mean, I will remember you, Derek.
Don't.
Will you remember me?
Don't
let your life pass you by.
I should have never said anything. I should.
Weep not for the memories.
I should have not said anything and just kept that to myself.
You know what would be great? I think that sleeper, or maybe we should do it on Fantasy Pros. Maybe we should do it on TikTok or something. I think we should have, you know how they have the, the dogs that nobody wants with the Sarah McLaughlin music? Maybe the players that nobody wants. Maybe we should the ones for just $18 this week, you could add Jaleel McLaughlin to your roster. Look at him. He's sitting out there. He's cold on the waiver wire. He needs a blanket.
What have I done?
I mean, that could be a very useful thing. I'm going to talk to the social media folks about that. Let's see if we can get that going. Let's take some questions here.
I'm sorry.
By the way,
I'm sorry.
Never apologize for greatness. All right, let's get some questions. Before we do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because when you do, you get an opportunity to win this bad boy, a signed Christian McCaffrey jersey. It's the white one, too. It's nice. It's sharp. It's clean. Look at that. Woo-wee. That's a good-looking jersey right there. Just sign up, of course, with a little bit of comments below. You do a little clicking of the subscribe to Fantasy Pros, and then you ring the bell till it goes ding for notifications so we can let you know if you're the big winner. And, of course, like I said before, then you can join us for all of our Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday live streams. And you can join us for all the podcasts, because we want you to hang out with us and talk some football. So that CMC jersey, it's creating quite a buzz. Last week we did the bling ring. Now we're doing the CMC jersey. We're giving away some cool stuff here, man. It's a good time to be hanging out with the Fantasy Pros. Let's get to Sean's question here, and maybe a few more Sarah McLaughlin songs as the day goes on. Sean Beauchard wants to know, defense this week, San Fran, Miami, or Commanders against the Bears? Where do you want to go? I'll tell you what, I don't love the Miami defense, but man, oh man, that Giants offense, yikes.
Yeah, I'm going to go San Francisco 49ers. I'm not going to get cute with this one. They're
Even
the
against
best defense
Dallas?
on the board.
You
Yes,
still want to
even
go that?
against
Okay.
Dallas.
All
I
right,
mean,
that's fair.
the thing about it is if you cannot run versus the 49ers, they're going to have to throw. So we're going to see sack opportunities. We're going to see turnover opportunities. Dak Prescott can create both. So, yeah, San Francisco.
I'm good with that. Yeah, it's one of those things. I think when you look at those defenses, if you have an elite defense, you just play the elite defense most of the time, regardless of matchup. But I feel you, Sean. I know where you're coming from. By the way, Miami, I've already teased that one. I just did a video for Betting Pros. Again, another great channel. You go follow us there too.
TikTok star Joey P.
TikTok star Joe Pisapia, influencer Joe Pisapia.
Oh, influencer! Are you adding that to the bio on the old X app?
You know what? I should. You
You're
full of a lot of really helpful things today.
I'm just trying to help bring the Joey P game up to the next level.
You tease that 10.5. You're getting a Miami to 12.5. You get plus money on that bad boy. They are going to roll over the Giants. The Giants are not ready for that jelly. They are not ready for it. Jesse Johnson, Mostert for AJ Brown. I have Mostert. Jesse, you're not going to get AJ Brown. If you get it, good for you, Jesse.
If that's sitting in your inbox, you press accept and hop off of the stream.
Sure. Let's get to Shorty. Can we drop Waller yet?
No.
Shots fired.
You can't, only because of the state of the tight end position.
Okay, so who do we want to add? We talked about adding Musgrave, Ferguson, right? Those are the guys out there that are useful on the tight end wire, right? Those are the guys. Anybody else pop to you? Logan Thomas was the other guy you mentioned too, right?
Yes. So if you're looking to stream over the next few weeks, Logan Thomas is the must-add for this week. And the next 2 weeks, I would be looking at Cade Otton if you're looking for streamer opportunities with over Waller.
All right, Cade Otton. I didn't think we were going to get to Cade Otton today, but here we are. We did. Let's get to the next question. This is a great name here. Rodrigo Tafoya.
Ooh,
that's a great name. My name is just Joe. His name is Rodrigo Tafoya. That's a name. Waiver assistant. Drop Jayden Reed for Jameson Williams. Now, this is an interesting one. The thing with Williams is it's going to be one of those boomer bust kind of guys. I could see Reed being kind of like a quietly productive guy you could count on with a better floor weekly, whereas Williams, I think, will be boomer bust. I want to add Williams, but I don't know if I want to add him for Jayden Reed. This is tough. I think you're going to say yes, though, aren't you?
I'm going to say yes on the swing for upside and the ability to win you a week. And this also comes down to which third option in a passing attack do we want, Joe? Do we want the third option in a passing attack led by Jordan Love or Jared Goff? And I'm going to go with the Goff offense.
All right. Let's go to Golden Frieza. Start Tutu or Cortland Sutton this week?
I'm trying to think of who
the It's Rams early for start sits.
I was fixing to say, I haven't even finished the primer. I'm like,
there we go. That's one. Fun drinking game you could play. You take a shot every time Debro says fixing to do something. That's my favorite game.
No, sitting here.
Almost got fired.
Yeah.
I'm into my Dr. Evil already. Yeah.
Let's go with Tutu on this one.
Okay.
I'm looking to see
Tutu against the Eagles.
Yes, because the Broncos get the Jets. I don't want any part of that secondary. Tutu gets the Eagles. Lots of zone coverage. I think Tutu has a good day.
The tricky part is with Kupp returning, right? And in quotes, right?
If I don't know if we see him this week. I'm not projecting him to play this week as of right now.
If you don't, people are going to lose their mind. I'm just saying. The Kupp people are going to lose their mind if he doesn't play this week because they've been holding tight. Like they're like hunkered down. Like in anyone's mind, whatever hunkered is, that's the people right now with Jonathan Taylor and Cooper Kupp. They are hunkered and they are waiting.
I think we see JT. I don't think we see. I don't think we see Kupp
field in a uniform with a helmet on, playing for the Colts. The whole thing.
I think so.
You just see him like hanging out on the sideline. SMS Gaming. Are we selling high on Mattison and Achan? Or holding? I'm not selling Achan.
No, you don't sell Achan. You sell Mattison, though.
Okay, so for Mattison, I mean, Akers did get some work in that game. It'll be interesting to see how much more he gets this week. That is a scenario, that is a situation that could turn very quickly, I think. It has the ability, if there's a Mattison injury, boom, it's over. If there is Mattison, again, fumble issues, which, we've seen a little bit of that too, boom, it's over. Achan, I'm not going. What can you get from Mattison, though? Like, what's the wide receiver clip of Mattison, in your opinion? I mean,
I'm looking at rest of season
Michael
ranks.
Pittman?
That's a good name. That's exactly the name I was going to go with. And they play the Tennessee Titans this week. So I
That's
think you're
right.
looking at Michael Pittman,
It's
Tyler
that.
Lockett, Christian Watson, somewhere in that low end
You know
wide
what?
receiver 2
Let me tell
range.
you, I'd
Zay
rather have
Flowers.
all 3 of those wide receivers than Mattison.
Yep, agreed.
So if you've got RB depth, SMS Gaming, if you're like the one person in the universe right now playing fantasy football with RB depth, good for you. Devon Davis. Should I drop Sky Moore for Romeo Dobbs? Yeah, I think you can do this. It makes me sad, but yeah.
Agreed.
Man,
Makes me
I
sad,
was
but
really
it's
rooting
true.
for that guy.
Me
Really
too.
was. Heather Mendez, drop P. Ryan or Bigsby for McLaughlin. Yes, and yes, P. Ryan first.
P. Ryan. Yeah.
Goodbye. And look, it might be a tough day against the Jets, but do we have any clarity yet on the MRI from Javonte?
I haven't seen
that either
anything.
yet. I haven't yet to see. Nick Lowinger, after this week, what do we do with Roschon? I think you got to hold still, unless you absolutely can't.
Hold, and it depends on what your situation is. Like, if you could pick up Jaleel, then I would drop Roschon for him. But
especially if you're desperate for a win, Nick. I think if you're desperate for a win, you do that.
I mean, it comes down to roster context and who are you picking up to drop him for. Like, that's really what it boils down to.
By the way, maybe it's a hot take. Maybe I'm prisoner of the moment, but I took the Jets on the money line to win outright against Denver. Another of my top 10 bets video.
I like that.
Plus money?
Yeah.
Let's go. Plus money on the Jets on the money line to win.
I mean, they almost beat the Chiefs. We think they can't take down the Broncos?
Look, and I'm not saying Zach Wilson's great, but it was better.
Well, so here's the only wild card, Joey. Does Sean Payton come with full sleeves or does he go sleeveless? Because if he cuts off the sleeves, there's no stopping the Broncos. If he goes 3/4 and he pulls them up at halftime,
3/4 is the most dangerous. That's clearly the most dangerous one. It's a good question. I'm gonna go with the desperation of the Jets because I just think the Denver Broncos are that bad. And look, Denver Broncos should have lost last week. Make no mistake about that. The Denver Broncos should not have won that game. Eberflus completely crapped the bed on that one. He should absolutely have kicked the field goal. When they called the timeout, I thought for sure that they were like, okay, somebody got to the coach and shook him and said, look, you need to take the points here. And then he went for it anyway. And it was great because I made money on it. By the way, if you want to make some money picking some games, join us for the NFL contest. See what I did there? See the segue? NFL contest at Betting Pros, bettingpros.com/NFL contest. Or if you have the Betting Pros app, you can just click the community tab and join the NFL contest there. We're giving away weekly prizes, monthly prizes, upgrades to Fantasy Pros Premium, to Betting Pros Premium. We're giving away swag from our shops, and the grand prize winner wins a Jackson Smith and Jigba autographed jersey thanks to bettingpros.com. Start betting smarter, not harder. All you got to do is make 5 picks a week. bettingpros.com/NFL contest. Join it. It's fun. You don't even have to bet. You just got to make picks for free and you win free stuff. We just give away free stuff all day. It's amazing. What a benevolent channel we are when you think about it. Really good stuff.
Benevolent. What's a good word?
Starts at the top. We have great ownership. Very benevolent ownership all the way down. Puts us out there giving away free stuff. Good stuff. Fantasy Pros is a great place. I love it here. Charlie Graham, drop Burrow for Stroud. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say that it's wrong.
Here's the thing. I think Burrow has some sort of semblance of weird trade value because of the name brand recognition.
Agreed.
To drop him is weird.
I would not be dropping
Stroud.
him.
Like, look at the person who's got Daniel Jones right now, who like went late round QB and hates life. Right? Look around. Somebody might be willing to give you something that's like a wide receiver 3 or a third running back, something. Don't just drop Burrow, Charlie, but add Stroud. And I think it's okay. Look,
I picked up Stroud in defense and pick up Stroud. Like,
by the way, I also took the Texans to win outright on the road against the Falcons. How you doing? Let's go. Ando A, half PPR, 6 points passing touchdown. Kamara for Tua. Now, Ando, this is tough because this is about Kamara is more valuable in a single quarterback league. So, yeah. Dog 95. Can I trade CMC jersey for fantasy CMC?
But the question is, can you? But would you?
Well, it depends on how much I'm winning in my fantasy league. Like, if the grand prize is $100, I'd rather have the jersy.
That's fair. I mean, if you were talking about a high buy-in or something, you can just go back and buy
that's
all
a
the
nice.
CMC
That is
jerseys that you want.
We've done premium, high-end stuff here lately. Why were you the AJ Brown right? I want to do that one. Yeah, and we
Steve,
had Tyreek Hill.
We got Kiss the Ring. I mean, we're just giving out all kinds.
Tyreek Hill one week 1 was sweet too.
That was a pretty jersey.
Justin Sorge. Hey guys, got 2. Number 1, I assume don't panic on Olave since Carr was preserving the shoulder.
Assume right.
I assume correctly. Yes. Still a top 10 wide receiver rest of season. That is trickier. I think he's more of a 1A, but let's hope that Derek Carr gets right. Also, what do you do with Javonte? Been nothing but disappointing. Look, now he's hurt, so now you're in a pickle.
You can't get anything for him. You hold him.
Right. I guess the question is, do you want to drop him? But I would say no.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah. So let's go to BJ. I'm 40 with. I'm 40. I'm 40.
40. You are 40. Yeah. Yes.
I'm old now.
I'm 40. Anyway. Ron Burgundy of you, sir.
I'm 40. I am 4-0 with Kirk Cousins as my starter. Should I drop Prescott for CJ Stroud as my backup? Derek Brown.
I'm enamored with the glasses now. I'm totally losing it.
All right. Dinner's at 4.
Yes, drop
20 after 3. I gotta take my pills.
If you forgot to put them in the pill holder, we'll see.
I hate that thing. It rattles around when I walk. I don't like it.
Can you just be the old man yelling at clouds for Halloween? Can we have that?
I was gonna say, I thought that was me every day. I didn't think that was a costume. I thought
I was gonna say, I was like, that's not much of a lift. You just dress up like normal Joe and you just say a little bit more crotchety things than you usually do.
I don't know. Anyway, Stroud or Prescott? Who do you want rest of the season? Look, Stroud. I mean, Stroud's got a better on paper matchup than Dak does against San Fran this week. There's no doubt about that. All right, let's go to. Would you drop Rachaad White for Jaleel McLaughlin?
No.
I don't think that's where you want to go.
White's not playing good, but I would not do that.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody else you could drop.
Aaron L., serious question. Uh-oh. All right, serious.
No, serious.
More fun.
Serious. Okay.
More fun. Would you just stream whatever DST the Giants play against? Why or why not? Well, number one, it's going to be hard because you can't do it every week because the Eagles and Cowboys are already off the board. And they have the most games against them. So you can try to stream defenses that are playing the Giants without Saquon Barkley for the weeks ahead.
Yeah.
Miami would be the one this week. Yeah, it's doable. They've gotten outscored 77-9 in the first half of games this year. Fun fact. 77-9. Not good.
I mean,
but you can't do. They can't just say like,
I think it's possible, but I'm not saying because here's the thing. Yeah, you get Miami this week, but then you get the Bills. I mean, people are going to have the Bills roster. Then the Commanders. People, fine. You want to go with the Commanders, but their defense is not great. The Jets, the Raiders, you don't want to play those defenses. Then they get the Cowboys again. It's a great, it's a plausible idea, but not a whole lot of can you actually, or would you want to actually do that?
All right, let's go to Kyrie P. Trade Henry, Puca, and Fields. Ooh, that's a lot. Henry, Puca, and Fields get Barkley, Lawrence, and Hopkins. No. Kyrie.
No.
Bro. Why would you want to do that? First of all, Henry just coming off a huge game. It's October, which means pumpkin spice lattes and Derrick Henry running over people. That's what October is typically about. This is not the first rodeo where he gets off to slow starts every single season. And every year, there's always that buy low window right around my birthday for Derrick Henry. And I wish I bought more Derrick Henry this year. But Puka and Fields to get Lawrence and Hopkins, why would you do that?
No.
It's a bad trade on every you lose that trade at every single level.
Yeah, you're not winning that trade at all.
Yeah. All right, let's get to Alex Guthrie. What do we do with Zack Moss? That is a great question, D.
Hold. I mean, what are you going to do? You're not dropping him. He's still a handcuff, and we've seen what his role is if JT were to go out or until he comes back. JT doesn't play this week. He's getting all the touches, so you hold, just like you would do with any other high-end handcuff.
All right, let's go to next one here. Brian LaForte dropped Roschon for Jaleel McLaughlin in a half PPR.
I would do it. Yep.
I think if you're, especially if you're 4-0, maybe not. Because I think the long term of Roschon is still.
But what about if you're 5-0, Joe?
I was waiting for you. What about if you're 2-6 and you've only played 4 weeks?
What if you can't math properly?
I will say this: we we do this in flex leagues on Sleeper, in Jake's big leagues, and I'm a big fan of it, which is where everybody plays someone during the week, and then you also play against the median scoring, and you get a second win or loss. I think that is a great way to play fantasy football.
It's great if your team is good. It's not so good if your team is bad. Like mine.
Well, but I think it's a great way because I think it's very frustrating whenever your team has a good week and you would have beaten
you score a lot of
8
points.
of the other 12 teams in the league. It's very frustrating when that happens. So I think that's a really good way to make sure that the best teams, people are always looking for ways to like reward the best teams and how do we make fantasy football better? That is a really easy way to make fantasy football better. It is so simple. It's such a simple setup. It's great. I love it. Let's get to Marcus Allison. Love the show. Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus.
Full PPR, need one. QB, Purdy, Dobbs, or Stroud?
I mean, it's pretty hard to sit Stroud right now.
I think so too.
Look at
Purdy's
matchups,
decent. Too. Look, Dobbs has got Dobbs got the Bengals.
Dobbs has the Bengals. I'm not
Stroud
starting Dobbs. Yeah, and Purdy has the Cowboys. Yeah, we're playing Stroud, baby.
I would play Stroud too.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Carl Blankenshine. Drop Tutu for Nico Collins. Yes, I think you do that.
I mean, how is Nico Collins out? This has to be like an 18 league. It's the
in a
only way
10-team
Nico's
league.
out there.
You know, casual 10-team leagues. This is the funny thing about teams that have a negative stigma attached to them. You will find the discounts on those players. And I'll guess what? Next year, that's going to happen again. It happens every single year. This is from Frosty Corleone. Trade Barkley and Moore. Again, which more?
Which more? Know. The big difference between DJ and Elijah there.
For ASRB and Najee. Najee would be my RB2 behind
I'm
Stevenson.
guessing that's DJ Moore because you're getting laughed out the building with Elijah Moore.
I'll tell you what, to get Amon-Ra, I think I would trade Barkley and More.
I would do that.
I'll deal with Najee.
Yep, I would do that.
I think it's fine. Joe 96, Joe Mixon or Khalil Herbert? Mixon.
I'm trying to see who the Bears are playing. Oh, it's Mixon. It's easy Mixon. Yep.
All right, let's go to Esran Kiki. Those are great names today. You guys are really crushing it.
Very festive.
Kiki. What's Jeffrey Wilson Jr.'s fantasy value right now? Do I drop Najee for him? No,
don't do that. No, don't do that.
Bro.
Don't do that. No,
bro.
No. It's a stash. That's all he is. You're not dropping an actual player that you can put in your lineup. I mean, look, I'm not telling you I'm high on Najee Harris for the rest of the season, but he's still an RB2/RB3. El Jefe is just a hold. Like, it's a stash. Like, no, we don't do this. No.
Esran, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
You can.
Now's the time to get serious, Joe.
No, it's you were halfway into the show, and now it's like someone.
I think you need to start adding the glasses when you bro people. It adds an extra level of yelling at clouds. I like it.
No, because old people don't say bro. I don't think anyway. Like we will when we get old.
You say it. Does that qualify?
That's hurtful. It's hurtful.
I love that you
Dirt Diggler has a question. Dirt Diggler wants to know best chance to trade DJ Moore. Thank you for using the first name of someone named Moore at high value. If so, what would that package look like? With Roschon of the Bears, a pair of Bears. What can you get for a pair of Bears?
What can you get for a pair of Bears? That's
in Russia. You'll get 2 pairs. You trade 2 Bears. You'll get a case of vodka. You'll get all of it for.
Well, a case of vodka would be very nice
for 2 Bears and the lamb.
For the pair of Bears, I would be going after a wide receiver. I think Devontae Adams is possibly attainable, depending on with their quarterback situation. DK Metcalf,
you think you can get DJ? You can think you can move those 2 Bears and get Devontae Adams? I do not think you could get that.
I think it's possible. I think
think that's he's just 2 weeks ago with a 170-yard game.
So what about DK Metcalf? What about Mike Evans?
DK Metcalf, yes. Mike Evans.
Would you do it for Nico Collins? I think I'd be doing it for Nico Collins.
Probably, but I think you can get more than Nico.
No, that's true.
But I
think it's going to be very wide range depending on your league. Another name.
I like Terry McLaurin this week too, by the way. Against the Bears, can I just tell you? Like, I'm in on McLaurin.
Another name that has
So,
not popped, like he has not come up with a smash game, but it's coming, people. Like we still need to sit here and be sit here. Yeah, there we go. We still need to be
you
trading
think
for
I'm gonna sit
Jalen
here? Is
Waddle.
that what
We
you're
need to
doing?
trade for Jalen Waddle
All
because the
right.
big game is coming. It just
Oh,
has not
yeah, it is.
happened yet.
It's coming Sunday against the freaking Giants. That's when it's coming.
Yep.
Let's go to
That's
our
week.
friend Shales. Hey, Shales. Dallas Goedert, we holding patiently. I also have Kincaid and could pick up Logan Thomas. This is a tricky one because Goddard has really been just there. Like he's done nothing really exciting from a fantasy perspective yet this season, but he is kind of old guard. He is kind of settled tight end. This is where I struggle. Like I'm looking at this and I look at starting Kincaid or Logan Thomas as still downgrades from Goddard, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think there's a bigger question here, which is it better to package Goddard and something else during these bye weeks and try to upgrade tight end, or do you just live with the
Tight end's
Kincaids and
so
Goddards?
bad right now. Like it just anybody that has like a good tight end's not going to get rid of him. That's the only problem with it. But I think that Goddard could have a bounce back game this week. The Rams outside corners have been playing extremely well, so we could see Dallas Goedert get funneled a few more
Okay.
targets this week. So I would hold him this week, start him if you have him, and then look to possibly ship him after this week.
Whenever you need extra help too, and we're not around, which I don't know when that is because we're mostly around.
When
But
is
if for
that?
some reason we're not around at that exact moment, you still have my playbook. So you can manage all of your fantasy football lineups and dominate all of your leagues with my playbook from Fantasy Pros. My playbook is the most powerful suite of tools you'll ever find in the fantasy football landscape. It'll help you make better decisions, manage your lineups, your waiver wire, find trades, do it all, and it's free. Download the app or go to fantasypros.com/myplaybook today. Again, it's created by the incredible, brilliant development team here at Fantasy Pros. It is mind-blowingly good. Like I said, set your lineups from all the different places. It'll help you make good decisions, raise your children. Maybe it doesn't do that, but like it does a lot. Maybe
Cookie
make you
dinner on
breakfast.
occasion. Well, at
Yeah,
least order
fix an
takeout.
old fashioned after after a long hard day at work.
Sync it with DoorDash. Man, works out good.
That's a hell of an idea you got there. That's a good one. Like I set my lineup and order,
Jimmy,
steak.
Jimmy, we have it. We have an idea. Please, Jimmy,
Yeah,
come here.
okay. Where's the team? Somebody call Michael. All right, Joel Nates. What do we do with T Higgins if we're 0-4? Oof, you sell. You sell to somebody who's 4-0, and you take somebody that can play because you are in trouble right now, Joel. Like you are on the precipice. You can't wait. This is must-win territory. 0-4 is must-win territory for me.
Like, could you get? I would be looking to the team that has Tank Dell, and think like you could probably get like Tank Dell
Listen, bro,
plus.
Jahan Dotson, Tank Dell, Jordan Addison off a bad week last week. Dude did nothing. Christian Watson, like
Go out
there's
there and
guys
try to
out
get somebody
there.
that's frustrated with Calvin Ridley, maybe.
I'll bet you $1 million Joel has either Jonathan Taylor or Cooper Kupp on his team. I'll bet you. Ethan Bleakley selling high on DJ Moore. I think you can certainly try.
I think you can. You could try, but I think better days are ahead for DJ Moore.
Can't get worse. Let's go to Nathan Cox. Who do I start? Tank Dell or Nico Collins? Two Texans. This is a problem.
Answer is both.
The answer might be both, but to the bigger point here, I don't want to have to start both every week. Like that's a problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially with buys coming up, because then you're going to have neither of them one week. So this is the time to shop Tank Dell. I'm keeping Nico. I'm keeping the big boy.
That's fine.
No offense to the short guy. I'm short.
Well, the other side of that is, could you sell high on Nico? And like, I'm not saying that he's not going to keep producing. I'm not going to say that he's not going to keep producing at the level that he's doing. But if you could sell high on him or package the two of them together to get up into a little bit higher tier of wide receiver, I would do that too.
All right, fair enough. Let's get to another one of your questions. Again, drop your questions below in the chat, and you just might win a Christian McCaffrey jersey. That's right, thanks to our good pals at bettingpros.com. Go join Betting Pros too while you're at it. Download the app, and make sure you also go ahead and subscribe to Fantasy Pros. Drop a comment below. Ring the bell till it goes ding. That's all you got to do to throw your hat in the ring for a Christian McCaffrey autographed jersey. That thing is sexy. It's good. All right, let's get to Sun H. Sell high, Ayuk, and Puka for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think that's too much.
I was looking at that question. That's why I'm making faces before you start talking about that beautiful CMC jersey again. I would not do that at all. Like, that's not nearly enough coming back.
No, I think it's too much. I get it. Like, Amon-Ra is great, but it's too much.
Amon-Ra is great, but have you seen what Puca and Ayuk
Puka
are
is doing something we've never seen. So it's stunning. It's fantastic. And
I don't
Ayuk
understand
is
why
still
people
really
are
good
so quick to sit here and want to trade
because
Puca
they
Nacua.
fear. They look
Why?
at it and they fear because during the run of Cooper Kupp in that offense, there was never a guy that you could really count on. Robert Woods had a couple good games.
Robert Woods was that guy.
Allen
He was
Robinson
that guy
was
for
dust.
multiple
He was
years.
terrible. He was okay, but remember, Robert Woods had like a whole month where he didn't catch a ball almost. Like, remember that? That was like 2 years ago. Everybody lost their mind. It was the year actually that Cooper Kupp blew up. Remember, they were like right neck and neck in ADP.
Oh, I
And
remember.
Cooper Kupp had 2,000
I was out in the streets
and Robert Woods did not do as much. Now, I will say this. If you go look at the version of the Rams offense when Odell Beckham was there with Cooper Kupp healthy, that was a very productive role for Odell Beckham because that guy was seeing touchdown equity like crazy, which is the one thing Puca Nacua struggled with. So if his touchdown equity goes up, like the volume might go down, but the touchdown equity goes up. That's a trade-off I'm willing to make. Like,
I cannot wrap my head around why people want to trade away Puca Nacua. Is he going to be a top 5 wide receiver rest of season if Cooper Kupp comes back? No. But you're looking at Robert Woods from 2017 to 2020, wide receiver 18, 16, 12, 19. So you're going to trade away who is probably a top 20 wide receiver at his floor in this offense. That makes zero sense to me at all.
Right. If Sun is in a 2 wide receiver league, would you make that trade? Because those I understand. I'm just like being devil's advocate here.
Not unless you don't have a flex position.
Okay. No, I'm just putting it out there. Arlo Moorer. Time to drop Elijah Moore. You can.
Yes.
Sucks, you can.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the next one here. Mila Dominguez. Bigsby, Spears, Justice Hill available for pickup. Would you need to drop Wilson, Quentin Johnson, or Tutu? No. I'm not dropping any of those guys for any of the guys out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that.
No, Mila. Nope. Let's go to Ryan's question. Hey, I want that jersey. I don't know. How
you and everybody else, Ryan.
How big on Michael Wilson are we? Are we big on Michael Wilson?
He's a wide receiver 4/5. I mean, you're stashing him with the hope that Kyler Murray comes back and better days are ahead. Outside of that, I'm not as enamored with Michael Wilson as everybody else is.
All right, let's get to the next one here. Anthony Ramos, drop Javonte Williams or Tank Dell for Jameson Williams.
No, neither.
No.
Nope.
And he says, please send the CMC jersey to me. Well, we'll see what we can do about that. Nettie, stream Howell or Chance Burrow? I'm streaming Howell.
I'm
just doing it.
Yeah.
It's a good matchup. It's a good matchup. Yeah. Let's go to Robbie Thomas. Do I pick up Anthony Richardson, Stroud, or keep Russell Wilson until Burrow plays? No. You pick up Richardson. Richardson's on the wire? Pick up Richardson.
There's no way Richardson should be out there at all.
No. No. You can't do that at all. All right, let's get to the next one here. Let's get to Ernest Gross. Play both Diggs and Davis this week. Would you do that against the Jags?
I would play Diggs. I'm not playing Davis this week. I just finished writing up that game.
Okay. Let's go to Josh Martin's question. Kincaid, Njoku, or Goedert? Well, you can't play Njoku this week. He's on a bye. So I assume this is rest of season. Goedert. Darren traded Dobbs for McLaurin. Thoughts? Good trade. Especially
good trade.
Week. Tommy Two Fish. I love Tommy Two Fish. You know, back as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster, and you'd hang out with guys like Tommy Two Fish, and you hang out with Paulie Walnuts and all the guys in the neighborhood. You hang out. By the way, Tommy One Fish, terrible guy. Tommy Two Fish, good people.
Never mess with Timmy Two Toes. That guy does not play around.
Well, yeah, no. Just, you don't ask him why he only
has don't ask him. You don't want the story, man.
You don't want that story. Tight end, start one, drop one. Musgrave, Henry, or Goddard? Boy, a lot of Goddard stuff. And Tommy says, love the show. Love you too, Tommy. Thanks for hanging out.
Run me through him again one more time, Joe.
Musgrave, Henry, or Goddard? Start one, drop one. I'm dropping. Listen, man, I am running away from the Patriots.
Yeah, drop
This is
Henry.
another game that I teased. I
Mm-mm.
teased the Saints to 3.5. They have no Christian Gonzalez. They have no other corners. They lost Matthew Judon. The defense is done. Okay. You can go ahead with the Patriots defense right now, and you could probably drop them. There's probably others. They are now just a streaming option at best. And on top of that, the offense has not played well. I'm not saying the Saints are world beaters, but the Saints are going to go to New England and beat them. There's no home field
Saints are winning that. Yep.
Saints are winning that football game. On the money line, let's go. But you're better off teasing it. Get to the 3.5. Cut through it. Callie's music. Hey, Joe P and D Bro, thanks for helping me win back-to-back championships last 2 years. Yeah, oof, Callie, let's go. You guys rock. Need a streaming quarterback. Herbert on a bye. Daniel Jones. Oh, God. Josh Dobbs, Howell, or Stafford. It's Howell or Stafford.
Stafford. It's big time Stafford.
I like Howell against.
I like starting quarterbacks against pass funnel defenses, and Philly is definitely one of those.
The Chicago Bears, but
yeah,
I think both are fine. But you got options there, luckily. Samuel Smith, help. 0-14, yikes. All right, Sam. Trade Fields, Christian Watson, and Ridley for Kirk Cousins and Devonta Smith. Cousins has a huge total this week. Devonta Smith is a little bit steadier. My receivers would be Chase, Waddle, Nico Smith, and Devonta Smith.
I don't think I do that.
This is a tough one. I mean, look, the problem is like you're giving away
relief or
looking at trying to figure out who the best.
I wouldn't do that. Is. I wouldn't do that. Like
players in this deal are the ones you're getting. I think
feel like
very steady. I think Devonta Smith, you know what you're getting out of him. Ridley's been up and down, not always his fault. Christian Watson hasn't been healthy. I understand what Derek's saying is right.
I feel like you're trading low on Watson and Ridley is my problem.
You might be,
but you're
0-4. Time for Watson to ramp up.
That's fair.
Ridley and fair. Like you're 0-4. Take Cousins and Smith and try to win this week and stop the bleeding. Yeah, that's what I do. You might want to kick the tires on Chase though. That's the guy to trade if you want to improve your team. Robbie Thomas, 18. Do I pick up Richardson, Stroud, or I think we did that one. Let's go to Xbox Wizard. Would you trade Justin Jefferson? No. For K9 and Puca.
No, you don't trade Justin Jefferson.
Who's K9?
Kenneth Walker.
When are we?
It's the lingo, Joey. Like,
why is he K9?
Why? I gotta teach these things to the olds. This is sad.
I've never heard. Why is he K9? Why? I don't understand. Somebody explain it to me. I don't understand. Why is he called K9? And it's Walker the third. What? Someone else is talking in my ear. His number's 9.
His number's 9. John just said his number's 9. What are you doing?
Walk around calling him Mahomes 15. Walk around doing that stuff. Why is he K9? Stupid. It's a bad nickname. Back in my day, we had nicknames like Mean Joe Green. That was a nickname. The Purple People Eaters. That's what we had. And all we do is you put a name with a jersey and you take a letter from it, and that's a nickname.
Have Clouds will yell.
Name.
Have Clouds will yell. Ugh.
You people don't know the first thing about nicknames. Let's go to Trevor's question. Drop Josh Kelly for Jaleel McLaughlin. I say yes. What say you?
Yes.
You can't use Josh Kelly this week anyway.
Can't yell. You can't. No clouds about that one. Nope.
Yep. Juan Zaragoza. Do I start Olave or Nico Collins this week? I like Olave against that secondary stat. The question is, you have to wait and see the practice reports.
You have to see who is under center for me at quarterback.
See, that doesn't even matter. Like, Carr's going to play if he played last
Winston
week.
is so bad, man. People do not understand.
Carr played last week. Why would he play this
week? I mean, maybe he should have played last week.
I want to see him having full practices uninhibited, and then I want to start Olave against the secondary of the Pats because it's bad.
That's fair. I mean, you know what you're getting from Nico Collins.
G, the young dad. Would you trade Aaron Jones for Josh Jacobs?
Yeah, I don't think I would. I
don't think so.
Raiders' offense is a dumpster fire.
I know Thursday was disappointing. I think you hope for better days.
Their offensive line's not getting any better. It's bad.
Fair enough. Dakota Black, need tight end help. Would you trade Lamb for Hawkinson and Devonta Smith? Full PPR. Thanks.
Yeah,
Lamb,
I would do that.
And Smith.
Yep,
I think it's a pretty good trade for you.
That's a good
actually, Dakota.
trade.
A lot of good tight ends floating around there. You're getting a premium one and a 1A wide receiver. It's not bad. It's not bad. Joshua X trade Puka and Khalil Herbert for Hurts and Pacheco.
No.
What did you do in a super flex? I don't think that trade happens in a super flex.
That trade doesn't happen in a super flex. But
Nathan Cox, I've got the Cowboys D, but they play the 49ers. Should I waiver a defense for this week?
Play him.
There you go. Let's go to Pat Magooch. Ciao, Giuseppe. Could I drop Musgrave for Pierre Strong or Tank Bigsby? I don't think you should. I don't think those guys are better investments.
I mean, it depends on who your starter is if you're not starting Musgrave, but I wouldn't do that.
Buys are coming, everybody. You need depth. Cosray Lamont wants to know, trade A.J. Brown for Bijan Robinson. You want to do that?
I mean, I think it's fine. Yeah.
I think it's fair.
Back. If
who would you rather have in a vacuum the rest of season? Bijan? Because you know it's coming. I know it. The Bijan.
I want Bijan. I want Bijan. We have not seen the touchdown equity has not happened. I still believe he's going to explode, man. He's a top,
I do too. And this was the whole thing. Running back. You had to get through September.
Yep.
You had to get through that London.
He's getting more and more of that backfield work every single week.
This is the moment to trade for Bijan Robinson. This is what you want to do.
Bijan Robinson's my RB3 rest of season. The only two RBs that I would take, and you can make a case for him as RB2. The only guy that I want over him is CMC. That's pretty much it.
Mikdach. That's actually the name. I'm not clearing my throat. Hey guys, love the show.
Oh, I was clearing my throat. Sorry.
Non-PPR, would you trade? I think it's Puka, is what he says, not Luca.
It's not Luca.
Would you trade Luca? He lives on the second.
Is it like an autocorrect for like NBA?
He lives upstairs from you. Maybe you've seen him before. Would you trade Puka and JT for Amon-Ra and Kamara? Ooh, that's an interesting one.
I would do that.
I think you do that.
That's the first good Puka trade that I've seen today.
There you go.
I would do that.
Good job, Mish.
Yep.
Mish Doc.
Way to go, Doc.
Way to go, Doc. Soklaug 100. Drop Waller for Ertz. Oh God.
Ugh.
I say no, but I get it.
I get it.
If you're 0-4, sure. I mean, you got nothing to lose except more games.
Yeah, if you're 0-4, I get it.
You got to throw it to the wall and see what sticks this week, and Cincinnati has not played well. Frank Allen is trading Ramondre and Elijah Moore for Amon-Ra St. Brown and Brock Purdy, a fair trade.
It's a fair trade, but I doubt you're going to get it done.
Yeah, you're not going to get that done. You're not getting Ramondre for Elijah. No.
You're not getting Amon-Ra back for
no, that's not going to happen, Frank.
If you can get it, Frank, kudos.
If you can get it, good on you. Good on. Why is everyone... How are all these Amon-Ra St. Brown trades today happening? Like, who's trading Amon-Ra St. Brown? I'm going to go my league and try.
Okay.
Apparently, people are
we
down
need
on
to
him.
talk about that, Joey. But the overreaction is real. Remember 2 weeks ago? Hold on. Remember 2 weeks ago, we got a ton of AJ Brown trades, and now he blows up for 2 weeks straight, and people are like, well, I mean, I'm glad I didn't. It's the same thing with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, the Detroit Lions have been crushing teams, and they haven't had to pass. So people are like, oh, they're freaked out about it. You don't trade Amon-Ra. Like, you need to be holding him.
Felipe Montoya, you killed my father. Prepare to die. Should I start Tank, Zay, or Marquise Brown?
Which Tank? I'm guessing Tank Dell? Zay probably doesn't play.
What a weird world we live in where we have to say which tank. I assume it's Tank Dell. I mean, Tank Bigsby is not what I want to start. I would start Tank Dell.
I would start Tank Dell. The other thing about I don't think Zay Jones plays. He didn't even practice last week, so I doubt that he plays this week.
Jose et al. Goes 4-0. Way to go.
Let's go, Jose.
12 team. Do I trade Lamar, Christian Watson, and Jacoby for Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Ingram? Another Amon-Ra St. Brown. Lamar, Watson, and Jacoby for Goff, Amon-Ra, and Ingram. I'd rather have Lamar than Goff.
I feel like
Amon-Ra and Ingram, I think, is a more intriguing duo. Like, this is just a fair trade. This is a roster kind of trade.
I'm going to go the Goff side.
I think I would begrudgingly agree with you. Anthony Riccia, our boy Anthony's always here. 2 quick questions for you. 0-4. Ooh. Needing a win. Jared, CJ Stroud or Goff this week?
Stroud.
Then Khalil Herbert or Najee Harris in the full PPR?
Herbert.
Wow, zero hesitation. Urban Perea. What do you do at 0-4? You do
Uh,
everything you can to get a W this week. So
you
that
play
means
matchups, you read the
the matchups,
primer,
read the primer. You
pray
also
to the
should
pray to the fantasy gods.
no, but look, here's what you should do. You should really take a hard outside look at your roster.
Yep.
And if you can make a trade for something that you think is really going to help you stop the bleeding, do that. If you've got a piece on your bench that's hurt, trade it away. Like you can't wait 3 weeks. Like if you've got Saquon Barkley, he needs to go. If you've got
Your
Eckler
season's teetering now.
on a
That's
bye
all
this
this comes
week,
down to.
coming
Now.
off the ankle injury, you have to trade him and see what you can get. Like you have to get, you'll trade 2 wins for the next 2 weeks for Austin Eckler. Like that's what you want to do. Douglas Elliott, Musgrave, or Hunter Henry. We'll do a couple more and then we'll head out for the day. All right, let's get to Stephen Milius. The weak spot on my team is QB. I have Lawrence and Fields on a together. Should I roll with that, or should I have been trying to pick up Stroud? I think Fields.
I'm rolling with Fields again this week. Yeah, I'm rolling with Fields again this week. Washington.
Steve.
So the Thursday
night eyes are coming.
primer,
Trade Lawrence. Trade him.
Yeah, trade Lawrence if you can. I mean, I think that's honestly the real move here. Good call by Joe is to trade Lawrence, package him with somebody, and get a positional player back.
Here's one from Nick Halden. This is the best question of the day. Puca or Cup? Who do I keep? And what running back should I receive? The answer is both of them.
The answer is both. And this comes down to if you're going to trade one of them away, you need to be getting fair value. If you're not getting fair value for either one of them, then you hold both.
I'm putting Cup on the block right now.
I would be
the value can't possibly be higher than it is right now.
The answer, if you're going to have to trade one of them away, is Cooper Kupp. So,
all right, there you have it, everybody. Don't forget to make sure you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Comment below. You might win a CMC jersey. Also, don't forget as well to join our NFL contest, bettingpros.com/NFL contest. Lots of amazing prizes for everybody to win for free for making picks. Download the Betting Pros app, join the community tab of the NFL contest, and download my playbook. Help us help you win your leagues with the best tools on the planet to manage all of your fantasy football teams. That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For Derek and our producer, John, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.